challenging, but that's where we live. So we right now in Brookfield. Crossing the roads will be Plentfield, it's a pretty good road, and next one on the next slide is Ogden Avenue. Ogden Avenue goes from all the way from downtown Chicago to way in the suburbs. Another name for this street, Ogden Avenue, called Route 34. I think that's mixed with Route 66. I'm not sure. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information, but Route 34, that's the name for that Ogden Avenue. That's the one that, like I said, it was stretching from downtown Chicago all the way probably from the lake, Michigan, down to way, way, way in the west. If I'm not mistaken, best that I know of, it's approximately about, I don't know, 50 miles long. That's quite a bit. And the street that we're going on, that's called First Avenue. First Avenue, also called 171. And that's a very good, now we're in Riverside, you see all this forest and stuff. Pretty nice area. Our Brookfield Zoo that I was telling you about is going to be on our left a little bit. And one of these days when I'm on inside over there, I can make some videos there. When I'm traveling in the public places and so forth, I don't have no restriction to making the videos and making statements as I'm doing it right now. But if we get inside some of those places, there might be some restriction there, so I have to be careful of that. Alright, we're passing a high school on the left, and the Brookfield Zoo, as you see the sign, begins over here on the left. The right woods belongs to the zoo, but the actually zoo facility is on my left. It's a pretty large place. You won't see much, but like I said, I will record some when I go there. I got a pretty good membership there, so that kind of saves me on some fees. Reasonable, but still, I'm on the Social Security income. I've been in disability, as I mentioned before, for 15 years. I'm very fortunate. I got a medical assistance. I got all kind of benefits. So I'm pretty fortunate with that. But like I said, my income is very little. I don't have no problem to disclose it. It's about, whether you believe it or not, $1,080 a month. That's for some people might be a joke, but no, that's the real. And I'm not going to brag about it, but I used to make $100,000 at least a month. $100,000 a month. So it was kind of hard for me to adjust when I become disabled. Yeah, of course, but money don't buy everything. It's necessary to have it, but it doesn't make you any happier. So I learn to live with it, and I'm pretty happy. I'm happy I'm alive, and I'm peaceful, and I thank the God, for every day. All right, we got a military base on the left. I forgot about it. A reserve. It's on the left over there. Excuse me. Yeah, on my left. That's the military picture, and then we're going to go to vet hospitals, and then the Loyola Hospital will and university. The whole Loyola complex will be on my left. See that building coming up over there on the left. Then we got the huge park on the right. Oh, looks like we got a little wind over here blowing. Okay. That's a Cook County Sheriff car going over there. The sheriff's got a building, got state police and sheriff, I guess. They got a building on the right coming up. But the complex, the Loyola Hospital and University, is on my left over there. It's a pretty large place. I mean, I've been there as a patient a few times when I lost my eye on the right side. I had to have a surgery. I stayed there for about a week. It was in 1982. Okay, not the first building on the right. I don't think so. Maybe not. No, it's the other one. That's the state and the sheriff's building. Okay, we got the lights. We got, yeah, the one in front. You see that tall building? That's the state police and sheriff building. Courthouse is over there and stuff. You got a whole bunch of them everywhere. So I hope that the radio, I'm listening to the radio and it's not disturbing what I'm saying. Excuse me. Alright, let me see. I'll get my wipers down, stop running now. The wind is blowing a little bit and a little drizzle. Leaves, it's just fall, obviously, falling off the trees. But we have a beautiful weather in Chicago. Usually that's not so nice. I mean, Chicago weather sometimes it's so unpredictable. You'd be surprised. One day I was driving right by my house. It was winter time. And there was no snow on the one street. And then next thing you know, about a half a mile down, I hit the lights. Boy, you got like about 2 inches of snow on the street. What's going on in here? That's what I said. And another wacko things about Chicago. Years ago, and it was in 1982, I believe, or something like that. April 15. I remember the date, and I will never forget it. We got about 2 feet of snow. The city was paralyzed for 2 weeks straight in April 15. For 2 weeks straight. And if somebody thinks that I'm blowing a smoke somewhere, well, you could look at the history on the internet and you could find out about it. All right, that's the building I was talking about. That's the sheriff building, county offices, and so forth. You know, I think I take this expressway 290. We are on the expressway 290. I hope the traffic's not going to be too heavy. And we're about halfway done, distance-wise and time-wise, from the destination that I'm going to get the documents started or done or whatever that I need for Poland to conduct my business there. And that's what I would recommend for everybody, the Polish people in particular. It's the only place that I find out, really, to do this type of things. I mean, the best, other than the Polish consulate on Lakeshore Drive. But going there and try to get an appointment, it's pretty hard. That's a long shot. So I found this place, and let's see what kind of results I'm going to get. I got my documents necessary that I have to have it. I have my passport, my birth certificates, and all that. So anybody needs some help on something like that, please contact me, and I will help you to get to the place and kind of prepare you a little bit. What do you need and what to expect? All right, we're trying to get on this express. Yeah, the expressway is moving pretty good. Usually it's congested. It looks like it's moving pretty good. It goes 290 expressway. All right. Okay, this one will take us way out in suburbs. Okay. Wow, we got this guy hauling the scrap, and I see this things are flip-flopping in his truck. That's not good. That's for the accident about to happen. Well, we are lucky we passed that issue already, but I hope nobody else get hurt. So, yeah, don't forget to support us on my YouTube channel. I keep on mentioning that because I do need your support. And don't forget about voting, or talk to somebody about voting in the United States. That election, that's really, really, really important. And we have to stay united. We really have to stay united. We might not like to each other, but guess what? We don't have no choice. We got to live with each other. It's like marriage. You know, you live, you learn, and you hope for the better tomorrow. When you marry somebody, doesn't mean that everything is going to be rosy and perfect. Doesn't happen that way. Life goes on. You get influenced by other sources, and you have to learn how to live with it. Job changes, neighborhood changes, kids are born, parents are pass away. Those are everyday issues, and we just have to face them every day. So I hope I'm not boring you guys. I'm going to probably pull up in a little bit and double check my direction correctly. I know what I'm going, but nonetheless, I always want to double check everything. And I'll probably reset the camera. I'll shut the camera off till I get into my destination and start recording some other things on my way back or something like that. I'm just trying to concentrate where I'm going. I'm going to pick up the 290 going towards Wisconsin. That's another neighboring state. West Rockford, that's where we want to go. Okay, 290 going West Rockford. Okay. Not to Milwaukee, I'm sorry, not Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're going to Rockford. We're going to Rockford. Towards Rockford, I should say. Yeah, we're going. Alright. Oh boy, we're getting some rain over here. Alright. We got some wipers, and you've got to be sensible and careful. Yeah, I see some clouds. You know, in front of us over there, somewhere, that's the O'Hare Airport. One of of the largest airports in the United States. The largest in the Chicago area in Illinois. And it's an international airport. Planes flying from all over the world here, in and out. Unless I remember, there was something in the news that was saying that there was 1,000 planes a day landing and deport from her airport. That's quite a bit. I've been in the airport several times. I mean, I fly out of there to England, I fly to Poland, and the other flights I go from Midway, which is just not too far away from my house, about maybe a mile and a half. I use that for domestic flights when I visit my family in Kentucky, or I fly to Colorado to see my son. And I mentioned that. I mean, he serves military for several years, and my daughter graduated from UIC in Chicago. I'm very proud of my kids. They have their own lives and live in their own lives. I have 3 grandsons. One of them is already married, and the youngest one is about 6 right now. 2 of the oldest ones lives in Tennessee, and the youngest one lives in Colorado. You asking me why? Well, because my son was divorced once, and he remarried, and he's got the little guy, what is it, his present wife, his ex-wife lives in Tennessee. We keep in very good touch with everybody. We keep the family together. You know, unfortunately, there were our differences, and some people have to do a part. I did it myself. So, but life goes on. Alright guys, I think I'm going to try to find a place to pull over and double check my directions, and so I can reset the camera so I don't bore you guys no more for time being. Okay, I hope you enjoy listening to me. Anyway, well, let's see if we can find a spot over here. Alright. Okay, looks like the weather clears up a little bit. Well, my wipers are still going, but okay. We're going to pull over probably after this junction. Yeah, Route 64, that's a pretty large route coming up. Oh, we gotta go on the Rockford, okay. Keep on going west. So I have to go a little farther, I guess. I cannot pull to the left, as you know. The left line is used for emergency, as you know that. For emergency vehicles. Sometimes the buses goes there. Service vehicles, emergency vehicles, and things like that. So we gotta keep that line open. You do get some knuckleheads sometimes using that left line. Okay, here we got a little shoulder. Okay, we managed to find a safe and secure place. Okay. Alright, so now we take a break. I turn everything off.